When I grew up chasing trout on little streams like this, hard-bodied lures, baits and fly were very much the order of the day, but today, with the growth of soft plastics on our market, and the popularity of the estuary fish, we've really seen a lot of guys starting to turn their hand to fishing soft plastics on trout. And there's a good reason why. They're a very versatile lure. Whereas hard bodies will only operate at a certain depth and speed, plastics give you the option to drop them, hop them, fish them more slowly, and sometimes that's the key to getting the bite. So if you don't have soft plastics in your trout fishing box, maybe it's time to start reconsidering. Want a hand, mate?
I think so. He's just sitting hard in on that bank up there.
You just interrupted me there, mate. You got one of your trained fish just to say, here you go. See, we do like them. You're probably going to want me to put my hands in this really cold water and grab this for you, aren't you? Get my hands nice and wet because we're going to look after this fish. There you go. Well done, mate.
On cue.
Beautiful fish. I think he liked a little soft plastic, mate. The northern New South Wales highlands are renowned for providing some great trout fishing. And I've headed up to Glen Innes to catch up with gun local fisher Ben Lockwood. He's spent a lot of time researching this area and knows it very well. He'd done your apprenticeship and now he's catching some great fish around, and he's going to show us some sneaky ways to catch them and how we go about it. It's skinny water trouting. You've got to be strategic. You've got to be good at getting those casts in the right spot, but it's very visually stimulating. And I reckon it's cold enough for trouting because at the moment I'm wearing just about every layer I bought with me. So you reckon we're with a good shot, mate?
Well, if you shut up for 2 minutes, I think we might be able to go and catch one.
Best bit of advice I've had today, all right, mate?
Let's go and get one.
Shut up, Nige, let's go fishing.
That's it.
Drop catches, lose matches at the moment. Oh, he's not a bad fish. Come on, yes. Whew. Close quarter stuff, I love it. Such close proximity, shallow water, to be strategically casting a little really lightly weighted soft plastic and having trout that size come and bash it. This stuff gets you excited, makes you lie awake at night wondering about what the next day's going to hold. And if it's stuff like this, it's going to keep you up more nights. Wow, look at that. A really healthy, chunky rainbow. He's fallen for the little 3 3/4 inch streak's head minnow from Z-Man. It's a really nice natural trouty colour, green with red fleck. And that little twitched and paused retrieve was just too much for him. Well, it's an awesome start to the morning. Let a couple go, but I put one on the bank and I reckon that little plastic's going to do a bit more damage yet. Can't wait to see what the next pull holds. I'm going to get this guy back, let him live for another day. Doesn't matter where you chase trout in rivers and streams, a little bit of thinking about how you're going to plan your attack on a different pool will always put you in good stead to target fish. And what we're doing today is we're working from the back of the pool up, and after a while you'll find fish in the same sort of spots. Some days a lot of fish are sitting at the tail of the pool. So far we haven't seen one here, but it's a spot that we're going to work first just to eliminate that water. We're then working our way up. There's tusky banks. We know the fish get up in tight under those sometimes, and if you don't put a cast up tight, you don't get a fish. Moving up from there, we get towards the head of the pool. All that running water is coming through, and so far today, all the fish have been pretty tight to that oxygenated water. We've established a bit of a pattern now, and that will hold you in good stead for the rest of the day. It'll change every day, but early on in the piece, work hard with your brain to say, okay, where the fish going to be, and then focus your efforts there. Got a plan of attack, mate, and I reckon you got first cast. All right, let's get into it.
Let's go.
I grew up chasing trout on little streams like this. Hard-bodied lures, baits and fly were very much the order of the day, but today, with the growth of soft plastics on our market, and the popularity of the estuary fish, we've really seen a lot of guys starting to turn their hand to fishing soft plastics on trout. And there's a good reason why. They're a very versatile lure. Whereas hard bodies will only operate at a certain depth and speed, plastics give you the option to drop them, hop them, fish them more slowly, and sometimes that's the key to getting the bite. So if you don't have soft plastics in your trout fishing box, maybe it's time to start reconsidering. Want a hand, mate?
I think so. He's just sitting hard in on that bank up there.
You just interrupted me there, mate. You got one of your trained fish just to say, here you go. See, we do like them. You're probably going to want me to put my hands in this really cold water and grab this for you, aren't you? Get my hands nice and wet because we're going to look after this fish. There you go. Well done, mate.
On cue.
Beautiful fish. I think he liked a little soft plastic, mate. Watermelon red. Grub's Head 2.5 inch Z-Man plastic, and I think, yeah, just that little motile tail, mate, just slowly rolled.
It just gives such a good action, just slowly rolled through there.
And
can't resist it.
I was just talking about the versatility of plastics, and there, you know, with the 2 plastics we're fishing today, give you so many options. You can slow roll these, or with mine, you know, you can twitch and pause it. And
you can fish any depth of water, whether it's 6 inches like that or 5 metres.
We'll get this guy back in the water.
Back in the water, catch another one.
Got to that stage of the day where it might be worth a bit of a tactical change. The slow roll's been working for you, whereas I've had a few refusals lately with a retrieve that was working well a little bit earlier. A twitchy style minnow-based retrieve, and I'm using this 3.75 inch streak Z minnow, and I was rigging it on a really lightly weighted TT jig head. And it's also a light wire hook, which is quite important. I think improves the hookup rate as I could twitch it and pause it. And that was filling a few fish earlier on, but now that we've changed, I'm thinking that slow roll retrieve might be the go. And to do that, I'm now going to pull another little TT trick out of the bag, mate. We've got these rev head style jig heads. They're a little golden blade attached to the weighted end of a jig head, and now we can put a plastic tail on it
as well.
Still get that flashy vibration retrieve. And you started, I think you're probably you're happy with that retrieve at the moment. You're going to stick with it. That's just the 1/16th ounce and the Grub's Head.
Yep, just a slow roll, get that little tail happening, and they're all over it.
Yep. Here he comes, here he comes. It's gold. Literally gold. Had the gold rev head on.
That was good. He couldn't resist that.
He had a couple of cracks, and I ran out of winding space. He got to my feet and he still wanted it. Spotting them, casting to them.
Yeah, you'd see him come out around that ledge there.
There we have it. Fully sight fished. Little rev head, 2.5 inch Grub's Head. Got a little pumpkin seed colour out. I thought I'd have a change of colour. Anyway, something's liked it, and he's liked it a lot. He has smashed that, and I'll get him back to fight again another day. And that is a lure. She's done the damage. A little bit of a spin, flashy blade thrown into the equation. Just means if you want to spruce up your presentation a bit, you can do it. The good news is, the trout love it. Lovely. Well, there's another one for the 2.5 inch Grub's Head, complemented with the TT rev head. Well conditioned fish. Pop this out. Let him go. And it's such a pleasure being able to catch these fish on light spin tackle. It really adds to the fun of doing it, and I think the effectiveness as well. Beauty of this style of fishing, it's nice and light. You can walk around, and I think that's the fun, exploring. It gets very addictive. As soon as you catch a fish in one pool, you always wonder what's around the corner of the next one. And Ben, I reckon, next corner, your cast.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is, there he is. Yep, I got you. Oh, yes. Woo! Get him out of there, get him out, get out. Sneaky. Right, lovely.
Beautiful.
Northern New South Wales Highlands trout, fully lit up, close quarter stuff. We saw the strike, jumped, tried to brick us.
Nice.
Beautiful fish. Trout, clear but shallow waters, and plastics up there with the hard bodies.
Can't beat them.
All right, this one's still kicking away. I'm gonna get that out. Thanks so much for sharing your part of the world with me and you guys. It's a pretty special place. I hope to be back soon, mate, and come and play with this girl again.
Yeah, you're welcome back anytime.
See you, girl.
She goes.
She's a bit puffed. She's gone, thanks for the effort, boys. Hopefully I don't see you again too soon.